Introduction 2. Historical Perspectives on Gender and Women's Rights. Welcome to the module on gender equality and women's rights. This week, we'll take a deep dive into the rich and complex history of women's rights movements, with a particular focus on the African context. Understanding the historical journey of gender equality is essential for recognizing how past struggles and achievements have shaped the present and continue to influence the future. The history of women's rights in Africa is marked by resilience, agency, and transformation. From the pre-colonial era, where women often held significant social, economic, and political roles, to the colonial period, which imposed patriarchal systems that marginalized women, African women have continuously fought for equality and representation. The post-independence era saw the rise of women's movements that played pivotal roles in liberation struggles and the shaping of national policies. Today, the legacy of these historical struggles informs contemporary gender dynamics and provides a foundation for ongoing advocacy and social change. This week, we'll explore the following key areas. 1. Pre-colonial gender roles in Africa. Before colonial rule, many African societies were structured around gendered divisions of labor, but women often held significant influence in economic and political spheres. For example, in the Igbo Society of Nigeria, women participated in commerce and organized collective actions like the Aba Women's War of 1929. Similarly, the Asante Queen Mothers in Ghana wielded considerable power in advising kings and managing local governance. We'll examine how these pre-colonial systems provided models of gender inclusivity and leadership. 2. The impact of colonialism on gender dynamics. Colonialism significantly altered gender relations in Africa. Colonial administrations imposed Western patriarchal systems that relegated women to subordinate roles, restricting their access to education, economic opportunities, and political participation. This period saw the erosion of traditional female leadership roles, such as those held by the Queen Mothers and female warriors. Understanding this shift is crucial for addressing contemporary gender inequalities rooted in colonial legacies. 3. Post-colonial women's movements. The post-independence era in Africa witnessed the rise of women's movements advocating for political, social, and economic rights. Women played pivotal roles in liberation movements across the continent, such as the Women's League of the African National Congress (ANC) in South Africa, which was instrumental in the anti-apartheid struggle. Prominent figures like Albertina Sisulu and Winnie Madikizela Mandela are celebrated for their contributions to political activism and social justice. We'll explore how these movements laid the groundwork for contemporary gender advocacy. 4. The influence of African feminism. Unlike Western feminism, which often focuses on individual rights, African feminism emphasizes communal well-being, social justice, and the intersectionality of race, class, and gender. Leaders like Wangari Maathai of Kenya, who founded the Green Belt movement, exemplify how African feminism integrates environmental sustainability with gender advocacy. We'll also discuss the contributions of Nawal El-Saadawi, an Egyptian feminist and writer, and Aminata Touré, former Prime Minister of Senegal, to gender discourse in Africa. 5. Contemporary implications for social change. The historical struggles of African women continue to influence gender policies and social movements today. Organizations like UN Women Africa and the African Union, EPS Agenda 2063, prioritize gender equality as a cornerstone for sustainable development. We'll examine how these organizations are addressing persistent challenges such as gender-based violence, economic inequality, and underrepresentation in leadership. By understanding the historical trajectory of women's rights in Africa, you'll be better equipped to develop culturally relevant strategies for promoting gender justice and empowering future generations of leaders. Throughout the week, you will engage in reflection questions and activities designed to help you connect the historical content to your own experiences and community context. For example, how have colonial policies shaped contemporary gender inequalities in your community? Can you identify a historical African woman leader whose legacy continues to impact gender advocacy today? How does African feminism differ from Western feminism, and how can it be applied to social change initiatives in your region? These reflections will help you apply the historical lessons to real-world situations and develop actionable strategies for promoting gender equality. At the end of the week, you'll complete a quiz to assess your understanding of the key concepts covered. This quiz will provide immediate feedback and help you gauge your readiness to move on to the next topic. Why does this week matter? Understanding the historical context of gender and women's rights is crucial for anyone committed to promoting gender equality and social change. By the end of this week, you will have a deeper appreciation of the resilience and agency of African women throughout history and how their struggles have shaped contemporary gender dynamics. This knowledge will empower you to think critically about the challenges and opportunities for advancing gender equality in your own community, and to develop strategies for fostering more inclusive and equitable societies. We hope this week will inspire you to reflect on the legacy of African women's movements and to take actionable steps toward continuing their work in promoting gender equality and social justice. Let's dive into this rich and transformative history together.